I'm trying to make sure that... Okay. All right. I think I'm ready. All right. Happy Saturday, everybody. Hope y'all are doing well. I don't have on any makeup. I did not comb my hair. So what we getting is what we getting right now, because I was about to go out to run errands. So we all know why I'm here. And if you don't know, then go find somebody to bring you up to speed, because I have no intention of using my space and time to regurgitate what is already known. But I do want to start by stating two emphatic truths, and that is that I am absolutely appreciative for your messages of prayer for me, Simi, and our sons. And you know, some of you, I don't even know you personally, but I know that you've stood up for me, you've stood beside me, you supported me and prayed for me in my household, and that has been a source of strength for us. Second, I want everybody to know that I love my family, and I've always maintained a space for them frequently where they could reach out to me at any time. There has been no movement in that area for the last 24 years. So all I can offer to that situation is hope and faith that somehow God is going to turn it around. Ideally, I would not have to be even talking about this, because it's really, in 24 years, I have no contact. I have no information that you guys don't already know. But God has kept me. And he's placed significant people in my life to fill the void that was left by my parents. And I have a group of sister friends and brothers that have my back at all times, and I wouldn't replace them with anything. Really, the only reason why I'm coming to you with this is because you're inboxing me, you're messaging me, my name is being mentioned in blogs and spaces that I don't even understand why. So here I am one time so that we can talk about it. One thing that I will say is that when dysfunctional behavior is ignored or left unresolved, and people relegate it to, it's not my business, instead of taking a stance of not on my watch at the smallest, most minute levels, it makes space and room for that dysfunction to grow and expand exponentially until it reaches climatic levels, which is what we're seeing today. I am speaking specifically to family relationships where spouse, children, parents, and extended family are involved, whether it is abuse, it is isolation, it's disowning, or anything in between. If you are willing to disregard or throw away something that should be valuable to you, then and not seek the self-reflection and healing that you need to understand what led you to the point where you are misaligned and out of structure with God, what God has established for the family, that small opening has space to balloon completely out of control. It may not be seen immediate, but there will be small, significant warning signs of what is to come. I understand that you want answers. I understand that this hurts. I understand that there's confusion. I understand people are like, what in the world is going on? But what you are witnessing is the root of dysfunction that was outlined in the pages of Going to Church to Catch Hell, that is now playing out for you in a public forum that was once hidden from you. And I don't want you to take this in any way as me saying this is vindication, because this is in no way vindication for me. My truth was my truth 14 years ago when Going to Church to Catch Hell was printed. What I feel right now is just a disappointing level of sadness. I don't think that I can even say it to you in words, how much the level of emotion that I've gone through in the last couple of days, just because I'm not there. I have nothing to offer to this situation other than being a safe landing spot for my mother to land, offering her something that she didn't offer to me in the last 24 years. That's all that I have to offer. I have no information to give you. I have no insight as to what's going on. I know what you know, and maybe a couple of other things that I'm not at liberty to speak about right now, because honestly, this is not my business. My family and I have been 24 years removed from this situation, and I can honestly say, and I'll share this with you guys, that I have offered up so many thank you lords for my children, that they are not having to go through this in a way that is harmful to them. Y'all pray for my nieces and nephews, because this has got to be devastating for them. But the reason why I'm here now is just because I know that you want some answers that are not being given to you, and all you're hearing is pray and people putting their own spin on what they think. I'm going to tell you right now, what you think is not what's happening. So this is a bubbling up that, you know, God, there was hope that they would turn the path, but this is a bubbling up, y'all. And at this point, in order to remain neutral in your perspective and not allow what you hear and see to consume you, and it's hot out here, but I was outside, so, and not cause you to choose a side when you don't have all the information and you love and care for all that are involved, you just got to pray. We know that there is seed time and there is harvest time. And that harvest is really based on the grace of God extended towards you. But when you are unrepentant and a reprobate mind, and that harvest comes back, you got to deal with what you sown into the atmosphere. And pray for God's grace and mercy to see you through to the other side. I've dealt with what I needed to deal with. I have opened the door for there to be reconciliation. There has been resistance on every end. So I cannot take on this situation that is happening now as my own. It's not my battle to fight. What I can do is, like I said, be a safe landing space for my mother to land, for knowing that there is somebody out there who still loves and cares for her and has no ulterior motive connected to that safe space for her. So what I love my dad too, but you know, right now the person in crisis is my mother. And I would solicit to you publicly your prayers. I have put the feelers out there already, given my phone number, gotten information out to the people who can get information back to her to get her to me. But I cannot force something she's not willing to let happen. So what I would what I would ask of all of you is just to stop the whole, see, here's the thing that I'm trying to stay in a way and stay positive about this all. When the person with the microphone is the loudest, but that doesn't necessarily mean the person with the microphone is right. And I want y'all to catch what I'm saying there, is that what you're hearing from the microphone might not be right. But you can't take that as being the absolute of truth. There are so many factors involved in this that when I was going through, my voice was silenced and we didn't have social media back then. And so I kind of had to sit in the space of letting people's chatter, and the person that had the most influence frame the narrative around what was happening to me. And right now, I would just caution you against allowing the person with the microphone to frame the narrative around what you're going to think about this situation. And just, y'all, the prayers of the righteous, not the prayers of the ones that want to know something, but the prayers of the righteous got to prevail right now. And Just as I know you guys have prayed for me, I need you to pray for her. And I believe that God is, he's on the throne. And we can boldly come before the throne of grace and get whatever we need of him. And right now we need some things from him. And unfortunately, pride is standing in the way of some things. And I'm sorry for being emotional because I was fine before I started this. But there's some prideful things happening right now that are destroying the witness and the lives of people who have been dependent on some things that are coming from that pulpit. And unfortunately, it hasn't always been public for them to see, and people think that because it hasn't happened to them, that it's not plausible or that it's not happening at all. And this is bad, y'all. But y'all gotta pray. And just keep your mouth aligned with what the Word of God says about the situation. And don't let gossip be a distraction. I'm fine. I don't know what is happening to me right now. I'm fine. I just need you guys to lift her up in prayer. And, no matter how you feel about the way that I have been treated, God has been good to me. There's nothing missed, there's nothing delayed in my life. He's been good to me. So you don't need to worry about a loss of your stance regarding me by praying for her. Just please take this for what it is, and understand that there's some spiritual warfare, but there's also some personal things that are happening that should not be going on. And unfortunately, like I said in the beginning, when dysfunction remains uncovered and undealt with, it blows up. And this is a blowing up that is happening right now. And so I just wanted to really come on here and say that I see your messages. I see you sending me messages that you're praying for me. I can't respond to all of y'all because I really don't even know what to say other than thank you. And I'm not trying to invoke myself into a situation that's not mine. So I want to collectively let you know that I see it. I thank you for it. And I thank you for always covering our family in prayer. And I'm specifically speaking about myself and Simeon, the kids. And, well, they're not kids, they're grown men. So our sons. And honestly, if this was not affecting them in a way that, they're seeing their mom's name being mentioned in spaces that it should not be, I probably would not even be here today, because I would have just been quiet and let it myself do what I needed to do behind the scenes and let it play out however it needed to play out. But my admonishment to you is to just pray. And we know that there is some good that both of my parents have sold out into this earth atmosphere, and let's just pray that that's enough for God to turn this around. And I'm appreciative to you all, and I don't want anybody to think I'm ignoring them, but I'm kind of overseeing my name in spaces that it shouldn't be because it ain't got nothing to do with me. So, but again, you want the background. If you just became familiar with me, if you want the background, going to Church to Catch Hell is available on Amazon. This is not a sales ploy, but it is the bringing you up to speed so that you won't inbox me trying to get yourself up to speed, or reaching out to my children and my husband trying to get yourself up to speed. Because again, we are 24 years removed from this situation. I left New Light Church in August of 2000. So we are 24 years removed. And honestly, yeah, I don't have the, like I just said, I don't even know how to reach my mother via phone. I had to send the message to somebody else to get the message. You scared me. So, thank you all for tuning in. And, you know, I have no intentions of taking this down. So like it, share, put it out wherever you need to be. Because at the end of the day, the message that needs to be sent here is a collective prayer for my mother. A collective prayer for healing and for God to restore. Because I feel like it's going to be a long, bumpy road ahead. But if we've got people that I know are praying from a heart of concern and not a heart of chaos and confusion, I know that I serve a God who turned it around for me, and he can certainly turn it around for her. Thank you all. Have a great Saturday. And don't go telling everybody that my hair wasn't combed and I ain't having no makeup. That's because I'm out here in these streets minding my business. And, you know, I didn't want to put on makeup today. Have a good day, everybody.